Okay, so we all know Blue Lions is the best, but for the sake of argument, you picked Black Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I also picked Black Eagles.
Oh, okay.
That puts the Black Eagles on top, and that's not good.
But you're halfway through.
But I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna represent the deer.
I'm gonna represent
You're
the
halfway
deer.
through
Yeah.
with the deer. So you know what they're all about.
Yeah, I know what they're all about.
We've all played quite a few hours of this game, so I picked Blue Lions first, and I'm halfway through a Black Eagles run.
So why did you pick? Like right when you started, what was the reason? Why did you say like Blue Lions is what I'm gonna pick?
The students.
The
you know,
students?
so at the beginning you can like do that like here's a sentence about everybody. I think all the students like get pretty fleshed out throughout the course of the game, but on first blush, like meeting the Blue Lion students, I was like, oh, I like all of them. They're nice.
Even
They're not
like Felix at first, he's like kind of a
Felix is kind of a,
Sylvain, the skirt chaser.
see, when it comes to anime boys, that's what I do like. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick the tsundere dude and the flirt, and then there's like Ash has a really good ability. He's like a pure little baby, but he can pick any lock.
Yeah, but you don't know that when you first pick the house, because like
Yeah.
they give you like
No,
almost.
you could look at their info.
I just listened to the thingies, but okay.
I did a lot of reading. It took me a long time. I was really stressed out about it, but I picked Blue Lions and I don't regret it. I really liked it.
Without skipping a beat, I picked Black Eagles because that'll guard.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why I picked Black Eagles.
Yeah?
I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
Can
she's
you-
a badass, and then I picked that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, we know that the Black Eagles is obviously the most popular house, judging by the online stats. And it's
Yeah.
really easy to see why, because they are a badass house, led by, like, a badass woman who's going to step on you. But, yeah.
Yes. That's the one thing Blue Lions doesn't have going for it. I think Black Eagles and Golden Deer, if we're talking about house leaders, you got like the two hotties on either end, right? And then Dimitri's like, he
Yeah.
seems kind of boring, seems kind of vanilla.
It's pretty uptight.
Yeah. But I think he has a really good arc. Stick with him. And Dedue, his like retainer, like bodyguard character, who you can't recruit from another house, has like his story's all about racism and like he loves gardening and he's so pure. And there was this like twist with him.
He's the one I'm supposed to give all the gardening stuff to.
Yeah.
Now I know. You picked Golden Deer though
Yeah.
for your
I
second time.
Yeah, I think Golden Deer was by far the least attractive house when I was first starting the game. But on my second run through, and knowing the major beats of the story, I was most curious to see what the Golden Deer would do after the time skip. But I definitely learned to love Golden Deer a bunch because the reason why the deer are so great is on one side you have Edelgard and the Empire being like, oh, you know, we're a very serious business kind of thing, and you have Dimitri being like, oh, we're monarchs and we're very into ourselves and nobility. But Claude and his ragtag group of misfits, they just don't give a shit about anything. Like Claude is just like a jokester, and all he wants to do is like play pranks and like joke around with his students. His retainer, which is like Hilda, which is the Dedue and Hubert equivalent. She like has nothing. She just like wants to do nothing.
Respect.
She's not into this kind of this three houses bullshit
Yeah,
at all.
all her support conversations with male characters
Yeah.
are just like, hey, you fight for me and I'll stand behind
Yeah.
you. You do the work for me.
Yeah. Which is funny because, you know, on the battlefield, she's a
she's a
gun
beast.
with an axe. She
Yeah.
in the front lines, just hacking down dudes. But yeah, they addressed the party house.
I saw them described as pastel moron patrol.
Pastel by Moron Patrol.
So
Yes, that was an important part.
I am enjoying the Golden Deer because that's what I'm playing on my second playthrough, but they do have two of the worst characters in my opinion.
they have three
Maybe
of the
even-
worst
yeah,
characters.
maybe even
Okay.
three.
They're
Okay.
a house of extremes.
So I know one of them is Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence
Lawrence?
sucks.
Yeah.
He is irredeemable.
The only good thing about him is that after the time skip, his hair gets a little bit better. But other than that, he sucks.
His hair does get a little bit more fashion.
A little bit
A
better.
little bit.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of the hairstyles get really good after the time skip.
Yeah.
And you know,
Except for
on the-
Ferdinand's.
Oh, I like Ferdinand.
Ferdinand looks like, you know in Stardew Valley, the guy who lives on the beach. And
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know his name because I called him Fabio the entire time I
Yeah,
played
he's
that game.
Fabio.
That's what Ferdinand looks like. I hate his stupid haircut. Anyway, continue. So Lawrence.
Lawrence sucks. Like, I feel like every character I started off hating had a redeeming arc, except for Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like, his whole thing is like, oh, I'm using my nobility for good, you know, and like, but at the end of the day, he's still like just really all about his status.
Yeah.
And yeah, he sucks. Ignatz is a bit too much of a weenie.
Weenie Hut Jr.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of weenies, like Ash is a weenie, Bernadetta's a weenie.
But Ignatz is the weeniest of the weenies.
Ignatz is the weeniest. He's like, I don't even want to be here.
He's like super Weenie Hut Jr.
I just want to paint pictures. I don't want to be a knight. I'm just, you know, I'm the second child.
The best is when Lysithea just tears into him
Yeah.
for the support conversations.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
if it was a different character, I might feel bad, but because it's him, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's come on. He's got to stop painting. He's got to do something.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him. Okay, who's the third one?
I think, well, I was going to say Marianne.
I don't know much about Marianne yet, actually.
So her whole deal is she's like, if Bernadetta got a gritty reboot, like if Bernadetta was like 60s Batman,
Oh my God.
Marianne is like the Batman Begins version of, because she's like, I don't want to talk to people. I only want to talk to animals. I'm useless. I just want to be away from people. Like she has like suicidal tendencies almost. And
Yikes.
But she eventually comes out of it, and you know that's all fine. But you know it gets a bit much at the beginning.
Yeah, early on, all the support conversations of her just not
like,
talking.
yeah.
It's
Whereas,
all
like,
right, I get it.
Bernadetta at least like is funny. Her support conversations are really funny because she's just like she faints standing up, or she like freaks out because someone carries her.
Yeah.
somewhere.
I've put a lot of thought into this, and I think the reason why Black Eagles is best is because of Bernadetta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bernadetta's great.
What about
She's
Petra?
Petra's really cool
Oh,
too.
I love
See,
Petra.
exactly. Petra, Bernadetta, Dorothea.
Like both Golden Deer and Black Eagles have some of my favorite characters. So I'd say like Lysithea is one of my favorite characters.
The city's very good.
I'd say Bernadetta, Petra. I really like Dorothea. But I think both those houses have like one or two characters that suck. So like Ferdinand sucks.
Sylvain
To be fa-
kind of sucks.
To be fair, I wrote this in my review. I do think, and like I said earlier, I do think characters have good like arcs, and even the characters that are just like an archetype. So my defense with Sylvain would be his arc is about like why he doesn't value relationships, and I really like it actually.
Yeah, but Ferdinand's interesting because like he has to come to terms with like
Not
what his
being as
parents
good.
have done and trying to figure out where he fits in. So I think his stuff gets pretty good. I don't love him.
Okay, but you don't like Casper.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Caspar.
I love Casper.
I don't like Caspar. Maybe it's because I have
That's
the
just like
English.
the Ryuji of this
Maybe it's
game.
because
like,
the English. I'm playing with the English voice,
Right.
and he's pretty annoying.
I think Caspar is one of the most anime characters in the game. Like he's a very gung-ho shonen
Yeah.
character.
Okay.
he's like yelling, punching.
Like when
running
you click
away.
on him in battle, he goes Yosha ikuze.
There was a conversation with, I think it was like him and Hubert maybe, and Hubert was like telling him to be even noisier because Hubert wanted him to
Yes.
get killed.
That's right.
He was like, yeah, you should be even louder.
I kind of like. I mean, Hubert is a jerk, but I also kind of like him because he's like super goth.
He's very goth.
Anyway, I should be talking about the Blue Lions. So the Blue Lions don't have anyone who sucks. Their whole story arc is
I
about.
don't like Ash though.
Yeah, Ash
Oh
is
my
the reason
God.
why I didn't pick Blue Lions.
What?
Kind of
Like,
don't like Ash.
Yeah, his ability is really good, but again,
What?
really.
Ash just wants to help. He grew up poor. He wants people to have good lives. He doesn't judge you for being poor. What was this?
He needs an
I just
edge
don't like
to
him.
him. Like
Yeah.
he's just such a
His
a
edge is
bland
that he
character.
grew up stealing.
Yeah, but I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
It's his ability.
Yeah, but his character, the way his character is written, he's just. He doesn't
he's-
seem like he was a thief.
He's got a bland face. He's got a bland haircut. Just a bland dude all around.
Wow, I like Ash, and I think he has really good support conversations with Ingrid, where they both get excited about books. I'm not. I'm not.
Books are
helping myself.
boring,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm not.
Who reads?
We're playing video games.
Anyway, Felix is a hottie, and I love him.
Felix is one I've recruited every time because he is so good on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Mortal Savant all the way.
He rips through everyone.
You could just send him off by himself. Like his ability is actually like it's lone wolf, I think, and so he can't like equipping a battalion
Yeah.
like makes his stats go lower. So I just like send him out and like I'm like just use either magic or sword to take out literally any enemy that comes your way.
He's
Yeah.
definitely a tough one to like, though. I remember there's that conversation where it's like, I need to find my strength. He's like, I can help you. And he's like, no, if this is going to work out, you can't help me. And it's like, Yikes.
He
All right.
protects himself because of the way his father treated him. And I think he's really
I came around on him. I like him.
cool.
Yeah, Felix is a really versatile character, and so is Ingrid of the Blue Lions as well.
Oh, I love Ingrid. Ingrid starts out she's a little bit bigoted towards the people of Dusker. So Dedue, she has this weird standoffish relationship with him, but it's because her fiance was in the tragedy of Dusker, and then she learns oh, I'm being prejudiced for no reason. And then she has little things with Annette will try to help her put on makeup, and she doesn't like makeup. And
I feel like there's a lot of support conversations that are just someone trying to put makeup on someone else.
There are a lot of those.
yeah, I mean, they're teenagers.
It's true.
The Golden Deer are kind of ambivalent towards a lot of stuff. I mean, they're just an alliance of nobles, and they don't have a great stake in anything except for themselves, and that's why they're so fun to play as.
Yeah.
So I would recommend a Golden Deer playthrough for anyone. And they also have two of my favorite characters. I think both my best boy and best girl are Golden Deer students.
Claude, is Claude your best boy?
No, my best boy is Raphael.
Oh,
Raphael is
I did not think I'd like him.
Yeah,
And then
he
as I've been
is
playing, I'm like, all right,
full
he's
of fun. He's got a tragic backstory, but he's just so upbeat about everything, and he's just full of positivity. And he loves to eat, and every support conversation is like, let's eat. You don't have enough on your plate. Let's have a good time. Let's go.
let's party.
Let's party.
Yeah.
That's Golden Deer in a nutshell. And Leonie, who is Geralt's apprentice, and she's just all about being better than you. She wants to be as good as you and try and beat you, but only to protect you, because you're Geralt's son, and you're basically like brother and sister.
best boy, best girl.
Felix is my best boy. And right now, my best girl is probably Bernadetta. But I also really like Petra and Dorothea and
Look,
Leonie
they're
and
all very
Cynthia.
good. You want to recruit all the students if you can, because they're
I
all so
love
precious.
those girls. They're so
Except for
good.
Lorenz.
Yeah,
and
Lorenz.
Ash.
Yeah. Woo! Ash is a great listen. Shamir, I really like Shamir. We can get beyond students.
She's my favorite teacher.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
teacher.
Manuela and Hanneman in my current playthrough, I'm trying to get them to hook up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing, but in my mind, if I'm writing my own little fan fiction in my head as I'm playing, Manuela and Hanneman have this ongoing thing where they bicker like an old married couple, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep making them do group tasks.
They're gonna S rank.
Until
they
they
You're going to be doing
fall in
field
love.
work for
Oh
a
yeah,
year
you
straight.
guys are helping with the stables, and that's how you guys are gonna fall in love. That's my whole plan. That's what I got going for me.
Who's your best boy and girl?
I think probably Ingrid. Which
Oh
is
yeah, you love Ingrid. I
yeah,
forgot.
Ingrid and probably Sylvain.
Yeah,
Sylvain.
Sylvain's your best
Really?
boy.
Yeah, I like Sylvain.
I feel like I've convinced myself that
Black Eagles is the best.
well, all of my favorite girls are from other houses. So oops.
Well, that's my favorites are from other houses too. They're not from Black Eagles.
So the true best house is the friends we made
Is the
along the way.
Yeah, no, actually, the best house is on your second playthrough when you've recruited everyone
That's right.
into your house.
That's right.
It's Monster House. So basically, we just like a lot of the characters and think girls are great. So
Yeah.
that's a good place to be. But we want to know what your favorite and least favorite characters are in Fire Emblem Three Houses. So let us know in the comments. And especially if you hate Lawrence, you're our best friend.
As I've told you, there is obviously a conspiracy against me. There is no manner in which I could possibly be considered bothersome. Professor, I assure you, you have been deceived. My adversary has poisoned the hearts of these ladies against me.